Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Here's Travis Coons now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now McNair off the play fake. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here we go! 190!
From the gun, here's McNair. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now back out comes the offense. Here's Foles. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When people see Vince Wilfork, they don't think about his versatility, do they? But we've seen that throughout his career where he's actually played some defensive end as well as his expected defensive tackle and nose tackle positions. Strength, great quickness inside that allows him to make plays in the offensive backfield.
Absolutely a run stopper. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Foles. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. In the red zone this time. Now a run with a fullback Johnson. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with a fullback Johnson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Will Johnson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And it's good to make it 7-0. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Caught on the right side, Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw, McNair. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. They'll try and run it in. The fullback, Coon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. John Coon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. But
well, the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Foles. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. 20. Touchdown. Kobe Fleener, 48 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Caught by Montgomery. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Out of the gun, it's McNair. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, it's McNair. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Foles. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Foles. Buying time to his left. Left side and caught by Fleener. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Foles. Backing up. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Des Bryant, 34 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. On first and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin from 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And his kick is right through. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The one running back is Gurley. Now McNair off the play fake. And Bryant's got it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. It's McNair. He completes it to Bryant. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practice.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, McNair. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. McNair to throw. And that is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. McNair. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Hill. And they have